Hi and welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. What a wonderful year it's been for us here at Hedgehog Hollow. Of course, we've moved to America, we've started the Hollow, and lots of you have started following us. So thank you so much. I can't believe we started the year with a few hundred followers and now we're well over the 10,000, heading towards 11,000. So thank you so much for joining us. Today I have a gift guide for you, whether you want to invest for yourself or you have a Crafty Santa figure that you are and you're looking for some inspiration. We've gone by budget, so we have something for every budget. We start under $5 for stocking stuffers, and we go all the way up to some really great splurges as well. So I've lots to show you and tell you the things that I love and would recommend for you. So let's get started. So our first budget is under $5. These are perfect for stocking stuffers or a Secret Santa, and I've lots of different ideas for you. So first of all, we have the wonderful Nuvo drops. I've used those throughout the year on some fantastic projects, and I'll put some pictures in the blog post as well for you. You get glow dots that glow in the dark. Wonderful for a really fun surprise when people turn off the lights at night. You've got glitter ones, you have solid ones, you can create your own jewels with them, you can fill in stencils. There is just endless ideas and different things you can do with those Nuvo drops. Now the next thing I want to say is the Distress Sprayer. This is a great little spray bottle. I bought one thinking that it was never going to replace my huge one that I have on my desk at all times. And I have to say it's brilliant. You can spritz it, and I'm going to do it here to the side. You can either do it really quite aggressively, or you can have lots of control. Perfect for when we're using distress inks and want that splattered effect with the water. It also has some control buttons, so you can lock it here if you're going on the move or if you have children around so they can't spray it everywhere. It's a really great little product to have and add to just your general toolbox. The other thing I have here is the Tonic Funky Tape. Now I've used this so many times. I use it on every card I go through. Probably 20 to 30 of them every few months, and I order them in bulk. They're great. They're really cost effective. They're super strong. You can use them on all sorts of different things. They also work on fabric and some of the tougher materials as well. So a great little adhesive runner here as well for you. The next thing are the Kirarina Wink Pens. Not only do they look super pretty with this here on the edge and this lovely flower, they're made by Copic and they're permanent. They actually are more like a paint pen. You'll have seen me use them again in stencils, all sorts of things. And they're also great when you want to use a white. The white is super pure. It'll show up on black cardstock and dark cardstocks. It sits on the top and gives you that wonderful white pop of colour. Now I also have some more colour ideas in the form of Distress Oxides. These were new at Creativation last January, and I'm super excited to be able to go this January, and we'll be bringing you lots of videos live from Creativation. The colours so far are 24 assorted colours. Each pad is under the $5 mark, but I'll also put some bundles there too. Plus, of course, you get all of the Reinkers are available in the same colours as your regular Distress pads as well. Again, I'll link out some videos and different ideas of things we've done. These are great as they're a pigment and dye fusion in your ink pad, and they'll also show up on dark cardstocks. Plus, they're great for painting with, doing backgrounds, all sorts of fun techniques. Now finally, in our $5 category are Lawn Fawn cardstocks. They come in so many different colours. I've got a lovely rainbow here. You can also buy an assorted rainbow pack, which I'll link up for you, as well as some of the individual colours. Their black cardstock is one of my favourites. It's a nice strong black. You can throw lots at it. You can even use your Distress Oxides with water, and it's going to stand up really nicely as well. So I hope you found something in this category for your crafty recipient. Now let's have a look at some other ideas. So some more great ideas for you in this category. Everything here is in the $5 to $10 mark. So again, it's perfect whether you're looking for a little bit extra, a Secret Santa gift, or a stocking stuffer. Now, first thing I'm going to start with are the Nuvo mousses. Now, I am also going to be linking up some of the larger things. So things like this Tonic folder, which I'll get to in a minute, and the Nuvo drop stand that you saw previously will also be linked in the categories, and everything is done by budget. So super easy to find if there's something you want. Plus, I'm going to hook you up with lots of coupon codes as well. So the Nuvo Glimmer Paste is amazing. It has so much potential and things you can do with it. You can paint with it, you can put it through a stencil, you can mix it with modelling paste, you can mix it with distress crayons, you can do so many different things. It's got so much sparkle in it as well. I also showed you how to add it to acrylic paints a couple of weeks ago for some extra texture as well. Lots of different colours. Again, you can see just a selection of them over here. Plus the Lawn Fawn ink cubes. This is a great way to get started with stamping or expand your colour collection. They come in sets of 4. They are linked to either maybe festive or ice cream. Sometimes they coordinate with a particular release or stamp sets or holiday. So lots of different ways in which you can purchase them. And then I take the lids off the Tim Holtz Distress Ink Cube lids, holder lids. And then I pop them in here and these just go in my drawer. Of course, you could keep the lids on depending on how you store your inks. The next thing you see me use in every video is my stamp chamois. This is the coconut I keep it in, but the chamois itself is around about $6. One of these lasts me probably 6 to 9 months. It'll probably last you longer. I mean, I'm stamping every day, making videos here. And then I keep it in the coconut. There are lots of different ways you can keep it, but I will link this up for you as well in there too. Now, along that stamping theme, I also wanted to recommend the powder tool. This is great for shaker cards, for if you're using foam and then you still want to add elements in, or when you're heat embossing, it removes all of that static for you too. Plus the tiny trays that you see me use so often. They're now white, mine are red, they're super old, but they are amazing for sequins, for beads, for embossing powders, for glitters, all sorts of things, and this lovely funnel makes everything really easy to use and mess-free. Now, speaking of glitter, my Elizabeth Craft Designs glitter had to be on my favourite list this year. They come in some amazing colours. They complement some of the My Favourite Things inks, which you know I all love as well. And also, you can make your own glitter papers. They have clear glitters. So many, again, different options. It's a microfine glitter that you can put through lace. And you can see, if I open it there, all that wonderful twinkle that is in there too. So I also have some more tools on there. So the Tonic scissors are some of my favourites. These, you can just clip these pieces off. These are a Tim Holtz. They're non-stick, super strong. They come in 3 different sizes and there's left-hand versions available. And I keep them all in my Tonic piece here. You can see the ribbon I'm standing it up on. But there's some great different sizes. You can put your glue sticks in here. A really lovely toolbox kit that goes in here too. Now, the other things are some basic supplies. We all want to make cards, and some of these are my favourite, and they'll be throughout, depending on what budget they fit into. The Hello There dies are a fab basic to have. You've got hi, hello, and there, so you can mix them around. I love to make a hello or a hi card. It serves for any occasion. It can be a birthday, hi, just to say hi on your birthday. You can use it as a thank you note, a pick me up note, get well soon. They're great for just making cards to go in your stash and use them for any occasion. I've also picked out some stencils. You all know how much I love to stretch my stencils and show you different ways to use them. So I picked out a couple. One being the Snowflakes from TCW. We've used this lots and lots in the holiday season. There's tons of ideas on the Hedgehog Hollow channel of how to use this. Also, the Polygon that I used from Neat and Tangled, love this. So many different ideas again. I've used it with pastes, I've used it with my Distress Oxide inks, I've used it with Distress crayons. So again, lots of ideas we can share with you of how to use this stencil. Plus I had to include this, a really neat and unique idea from Concord and 9th. This is the Aloha fill-in stencil. It's a 2-step stencil, and you can also get coordinating papers like these on the back that you fill in, so you can make them in any colour to match your card, your theme, your recipient. Lots of ideas in there too. So in this category, again, I have tried to mix it up with some different ideas depending on what your crafter loves. Now, my first recommendation are the Zig Clean Colour pens. They come in packs in various sizes and they start in this budget, so I'll hook you up with those links. Plus, I'll put some of the larger packs in there and also the link for this gorgeous carry case. Now, I did do a review previously on this carry case. It is a little bit on the pricey side. It's more in the Splurge budget, but I will hook you up with the links and also a link to that video. Now, the next thing I have is my rinse well. Now, if anyone paints, whether it's with oxides, whether it's with your other ink pads, with watercolours, Any painter will love this tool. So it has a canister here that is full of water. It has a drip tray in the bottom here. When you press the button, this little piece in here empties and it auto refills with clean water. Again, I have videos on this, so check those out on the Hedgehog Hollow channel. It also has some holes here that if I grab a paintbrush out, you can see you can just pop your paintbrushes in there as well, and they can stand waiting for use. Now, speaking of painting, of course I had to include some of my favourite brushes, my brush holder, and also my favourite watercolours. So my favourite watercolours of the year have definitely been the metallic accents. I love my Daniel Smiths, I love my Kuratakis, lots of other ones in there, but this is a fantastic value set. I love how they come up on black cardstock, so I'm going to open this up. I do keep a water pen in there. It comes with a paintbrush, but I keep this Prima water pen in there. And you've got some fantastic colours, all in some lovely metallics in there too. Plus, Prima also do the paintbrushes, all in these wonderful colours, and then they do this lovely brush holder as well in this gorgeous pink glitter. You can see how much it shimmers there for you too. And then I have two stamp sets I wanted to pop in here. I'm a huge fan of Waffle Flower. I buy all of their releases. I absolutely love them. And I've really enjoyed having the opportunity to work with them this year. Now, the Enveloper, okay, the Enveloper series are some of my absolute favourite stamps they do. They're by Helen Dalek, and I follow her on Instagram. I have so many of her things. I love her style, and the Enveloper stamps are absolutely no exception. I also had to put in this Lawn Fawn set. I'm a real Lawn Fawn addict. You'll have seen my haul with their holiday collections. This is their Wish Upon a Star set, and you can see a card I made here at scrapbook.com. There's a full tutorial on Scrapbook's YouTube channel of how to make that. Loads of things you can do with it. Night skies with your glow-in-the-dark embossing powders. You can have this little fox and rabbit. You can have mummies and daddies and babies. So many cute things you can do with this set. With so many great new things, it really has been tough to narrow down my favourites to recommend to you. But everything on this table you will see in almost every video. So first of all, my favourite cardstock, Nina Solar White. Preferably the 110, but the £80 is also great. So I'll link both of those up. I buy a ream and then I get the FedEx store to cut it down into quarters for card front stamping, and then also into halves, both lengthways and widthways, and you'll get lots out of one ream. So I'll link those up for you. Their Desert Storm and their very vanilla or cream version is also great as well. Plus we have the Tim Holtz stamp platform. This was in competition to the Misty, and I do have the Misty later on as well. I love them both, but the value in this is amazing. So you can stamp both rubber and clear on here. I use foam and a piece of craft mat in there. Again, I have a video on that, so check that out as well. It's in one of our most watched if you look at the homepage of the Hedgehog Hollow channel. So the Tim Holtz stamp platform was a fantastic invention. I'm so pleased he got to launch it later in the year. Plus the chameleon pencils. Don't get me wrong, I love my Prisma pencils. However, for value and for what you get for your money, these are amazing. There's 25 pencils, double-ended, so you get 50 colours, and they shade all the way through from super light to super dark. They come in this grey case that flips open and stands when you're crafting. It also has a chart across the bottom here to tell you what each of the colours are and how the light and the dark go as well. Again, lots of videos on those too. Plus the Tim Holtz Sidekick, a great new release that I've recently got, maybe had it about a month now, and I really enjoy having this on my worktop. Normally I have a Vagabond behind me, but that's just down by my feet, ready to show you later on. But this stays on my desktop. When I put it down, it becomes super strong. I can wind dies, small embossing folders, I can emboss with it through it, lots of things, and it's great. It just fits on the side here, doesn't take up much table room, and it's a really valuable addition. If you have a small workspace, it might be perfect for you as well. It also comes with some dies, some stamps, and some embossing folders, so a great little toolkit for someone just getting started, or maybe just to expand your repertoire like I am and look for something that fits on my desktop. I also have my Wagner heat tool. I use that for all my heat embossing. I'm so pleased I've managed to get one. It gives you a nice even heat, it doesn't overcook, and there are so many different things we can use it for, and you'll see me use it on the channel lots of times as well. I also wanted to include some basic dies. We all love a good basic. These are my favourite things stacked. They come in squares and in rectangles. And they have rounded corners on two, and then they have the pointed corners on the other. They come in this really nice variety of sizes. You get lots of dies in the packet, so I love using these, and they're definitely in my top picks. So in this category, I have some great ideas for you. Again, it was so hard to narrow down my choices, but I think you'll like the selection that I have for you. I have included the Misty. Ultimately, it's a great tool. You know, I have a few hang-ups about it, but overall, I do love it. And whilst I use my Tim Holtz platform most of the time, I do still grab the Misty on occasion as well. It comes in different sizes. I'll link all those up for you and you can make an informed choice. We've got lots of videos comparing all the different platforms available, so check those out if you're still undecided. Now, the other thing I wanted to put in this is the nested dies from scrapbook.com. They come in some great sets and they're awesome basics. You've got squares, rectangles, circles, different shapes of flowers, all sorts of things you can do with them. And I did a whole series of videos that I filmed over 2 days. There's down in Phoenix with scrapbook.com, and I've lots of ideas. You can do slider cards, you can do magic interactive cards, we can do spinners with them, you can emboss with them, you can use them as stencils, lots of ideas. So do check out scrapbook.com's channel for some more ideas on how to use these if they're in your Christmas stocking too. The other thing I wanted to include is the P-Touch Embellish. My P-Touch machine is my go-to for all of my labelling. There's labels all around the house and it's all done with my P-Touch. They come in some fantastic colours. And then this year they came out with this P-Touch Embellish. You can make labels on special washi tapes you can buy from them, also on the ribbons. And I've loved over Christmas doing some gift wrap with custom ribbons, particularly putting Hedgehog Hollow on some of the company gifts that I've sent out as well. Now the final thing I wanted to put is right at the top of this section, but I absolutely think is the best value gift, and you'll get so much to give to someone on Christmas Day. You could wrap them individually and do a fun little crafty, almost like an Easter egg hunt. Maybe you're watching this later in the year and that's a perfect idea for you. Or you could just wrap them individually and stuff them in the stocking, or have a fantastic big box under the tree. Now I did just unbox this at the weekend, so you can check that out. And it's the Cricut Maker Everything Bundle. So there's materials of all descriptions in here. There's washi paper, there's leather in here, there's suede, there's poster board, there's fabric, there's vinyl, there's heat transfer, there's transfer tape, and the list just goes on. It's $99.99 and I've got a free shipping code for you as well. Plus, if you're part of the Cricut Access scheme, if you have a Cricut Maker, or maybe you're interested in our Splurge section, and it's definitely going to appear, you can check all those coupons in the description below and all of those links for you as well. So our final section is splurges, and we all love a splurge, or maybe you want to treat your crafter under the Christmas tree. Now there's lots of new things on the market this year. Some of them were still available last Christmas, but I've included them here as well because they are my favourite things, and that's what this is all about. Things that I would recommend from my craft room to yours. So first of all is my latest purchase that you've seen at the Cricut Maker. Super machine, so much you can do with it. You can use your iPads, your tablets, your Macs, your PCs, and you can cut so many materials. You saw the materials bundle, that only scratches the surface. I am going to have later this week 10 things I didn't think I could cut with my Cricut Maker, and I'm going to show you the results. On the whole, they were pretty successful, and I think you'll be surprised how much you can cut with this. Plus, there's also later, or so I should say early next year, coming later, is a deep blade for your Cricut Maker, which is going to allow you to cut even thicker materials as well. Now to tie in with that, there's also the Cricut Easy Press. If you use heat transfer vinyl, you make custom t-shirts, maybe you sell them at craft fairs, this is the tool for you. It is so easy. I have a heat press. I have just completely got rid of it. It went out last week with the bin men, and I am now using my Easy Press all the time. It's fantastic. It's even. I have a little guide that I printed out and laminated that I showed you in my unboxing video of the Easy Press, and I find that that works perfectly well. No thinking required, just set the settings and it does everything for you, super even and great results. Now something else you see me use in every video, and it's normally behind me here, is my Vagabond. I actually have the Vagabond 1, but I'm going to link up the Vagabond 2 because I think the new features are really worth a little bit extra. I happen to get this on a clearance, and so I'm using it until it dies, and it's been going for quite some time already, and I'm so pleased with it. I also bought those cool glitter plates for it as well that you've seen me use. And the new Vagabond has metal parts. It also has an anti-overload mechanism that I think is really worthwhile as well. Now my final splurge is the Brother Scan and Cut. It's also on a super deal right now on Amazon as I film this video. $75 off plus some mail-in rebates as well. The Scan and Cut is awesome. You can stamp out an image and then it will cut round it for you. It can also cut inside of that image. It can cut SVG files as well. It doesn't have the range of materials that the Cricut has, but I only bought it, and this is the only reason that I actually use it, is instead of buying coordinating dies. When you buy dies with a stamp set, they're $30 to $35 each. This machine right now is $225 plus your rebates as well. So you only have to buy less than, say, 8 or 9 die sets before you've paid off this machine. You never have to buy coordinating dies. It will also cut basic shapes for you. I do have those basics dies you saw earlier, and I do still do lots of die cutting, but this has definitely saved me the money that I spent on it originally. And also this is the little quick help guide that I made myself that you saw in my Brother Scan and Cut video series. Again, all these links will be on the blog. I'll place some on the descriptions and some will be in the corners above my head as well as I've been through this video. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I am a little bit croaky, so please excuse the voice. I hope you found something for your crafty recipient or maybe your secret Santa. If you've enjoyed this video, do give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button or stamp it if you prefer, and I will see you again very soon for some more inspiration. Happy stamping! Bye!